What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. So for today's install, I'm gonna be dropping off the car. The car is gonna get tinted. If you guys could tell, right behind me, the car is a fishbowl at the moment, so that is a no-no. We gotta get rid of that, especially being here in Vegas. Like, this car, it gets hot, so we're gonna drop it off to a buddy of mine that does some tinning, so should be nice. So I'm going to show you guys what the car looks like outside, just so you guys can get a before and after. And then we're also going to be installing something else later on in the day, so I'll show you guys that once you know, the car gets tinted, and then we get it back so I could show you the before and after. Alright, guys. What is going on, guys? We're back from picking up the car from the tint spot, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, guys, the car came out pretty nice. So I'm gonna show you what the car looks like. So as you can see, the car looks pretty nice. Looks way meaner. So what we ended up doing was we ended up going 15 in the front and 10 on the sides all the way around. So on the sides 10, back 10, and on the other side 10. The car looks pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. It's really hot here in Vegas, so I ended up going pretty dark just because, I mean, the whole interior inside is pretty dark as it is. It's all black, so the heat really stays in there, and I just needed something to really cool the car down from the inside, because when the heat starts to get up to 110 degrees, it is not fun out here. So here's the car as it sits. Looks pretty fucking mean. And so we're gonna continue with today's install. So today what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be installing the third brake light on the back right here. So we're about to get started, okay, guys? So for today's install, we're gonna be installing the third brake light. So as you can see right here, does not have a third brake light, but we will be installing that brake light right there. So let me show you what I got. Alright, guys, so this is what I ended up getting. There you go. It's pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Came with a bracket as well right here. All the wiring. Came with some wiring instructions right here, so it tells you what to wire. Black, red, white, and green. And also came with some clips as well to wire these in. Got this off of Amazon, so I'll definitely put the link in my bio. If you guys want to pick this up, it only cost me like $45 or 40 something dollars. So it's pretty cheap for a third brake light. I've seen other ones where they range up from $100 or more. So it should complement the back of this pretty well. But yeah, guys, let's get into today's video and let's get after it. Alright, guys, so before we get into today's video, I just wanted to say, if you guys could please hit that subscribe button and the like button. It would really help me out if you guys do. We are trying to get to 100 followers by the end of the year. So if you guys can, hit right here and let's make this happen. 100 subscribers by the end of the year. I know we could do it, so let's make it possible. Now let's get back into today's video. Okay, guys, first things first. So the first thing we wanted to do is take out the trunk bed liner. So that's what we ended up doing. The next thing we want to do is take off this plastic cover right here. So for this cover, there is 3 clips that hold this in. So there's 1, 2, and 3 right there. So that's the next step. So take this off. Alright, after you remove the plastic, you have everything exposed now. So it's just a couple clips, so just be very careful with the clips. Obviously mine's a 2015, so they are a little old, so just be careful. Just put this stuff aside. The next thing we will do is we are going to remove the fender liner right here. So there should be a couple clips. There should be one down here, another one up here, one up there, and one over here on the side. Just enough for you to expose the wires in the back. So that's what we're gonna do next, okay? Okay, just like that, you move the fender liner to the side. Just be very careful. You have your wires exposed now, okay? So that's what we want for the installation. Second of all, this little grommet right here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna push this in because it's right underneath, so we're gonna push that in. It's a little tough, so just be very careful. There you go, fell through, and we'll retrieve that at the bottom, okay? So we'll head to the bottom of the vehicle now. Okay, this is a little hard to show you guys, but underneath the vehicle, you'll see some clips under here. Kind of like what you saw on top. So you'll have 1, 2, and I believe there should be another one. Probably somewhere in here, 3. So there should be 3 clips total, if not 4. And what we're gonna do next is take these clips off because we're gonna have to expose this to get more room in there, okay? For your hand to squeeze and to fit the light in there, okay? So that we're gonna do that next. Alright guys, so it ended up being 4 clips. So one right here, one right here, and one on the other side right there. And then now you're able to lift back a little bit, and if you can see right there, that's where we're gonna attach the third brake light. I'm not gonna lie, be very careful when trying to get rid of these clips. Dude, this is probably the worst thing Subaru could have fucking done. These clips are terrible. Like, if you haven't taken these out in such a long time, they'll definitely break on you really quick. So just be very careful. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, so if you look underneath, this little thing right here, I already took it off. It has a couple tabs that you just have to literally press on. So it's just these bottom ones that you'll press on with like a screwdriver. So super simple to take off, not a big deal to be honest. So now what we're gonna do is install it with the other bracket. Alright, so just wanted to update you guys on that. Alright, so what I've done now is I've slid the bracket in there. So this bracket has 2 holes on the side, and you'll also see 2 holes within the plastic on both sides. So you could just line them up, and that's kind of how you'll tell if it's straight. Then after that, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to tape this up with some electrical tape. Sorry, you know, my electrical tape is all busted. I don't know how that happened. But so I'm going to just tape this up and just feed it through, and that should be it for this part of the installation. So let's just keep going, okay guys? Alright guys, and there you have it. Kind of cheap, but at the same time, like, it's very safe and precautious just for the longevity of these wires. Obviously we don't want them to fray or just get dirty or something happening having a bad electrical current. So let's go ahead and install these. Alright guys, now that you guys got the brake light installed, you're pretty much gonna place it correctly on the bracket right there, and there's gonna be 2 bolts in the front, and then it actually comes with 2 clips on the side. So if you see that side hole right there, that's for the clip right there. So pretty much you're just gonna mount the 2 bolts where the light mounts up, and then connect the clips on the side, and that's pretty much it, and it should be pretty sturdy. So let's go ahead and finish the installing, just so this is nice and sturdy, and then we'll start the electrical part, okay? Alright guys, and if you guys remember that little grommet piece that I was talking about, this little thing, so what we're going to do next is, if you have a drill, you're going to drill out a little hole to fit the wiring through. So you're going to run the wire through this just so it's nice and snug, and the wires aren't hanging anywhere. You have a little bit more security with this, and I'll show you guys this. So let's go ahead and drill into this, okay guys, and make sure you find the correct size, okay? So just try to eyeball it. If not, if you There you have it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Should be good. If not, we'll make a bigger hole. Alright guys, this is a little concoction that little tip that I did. So I couldn't run these wires through that little hole that we talked about, because this is where we're going to run them through to bring them out here to start doing the electrical part. So I guess from the tape being so heavy, I couldn't push the wires through. So what I ended up doing was just grabbing a little bit of rope, or you could do it with string as well, and tying a knot on that just to run it through. So we're just gonna try it out here. It should work. It doesn't get stuck on anything. But here it comes. See? Boom. There you go. It's a little trick for you guys. Okay guys, so there you have it. We ended up running this through that little rubber grommet. It looks pretty tight on there, I'm not gonna lie. You could put some sealant around that if you would like, just so no water gets through and no rust. But overall it looks pretty tight. It doesn't really look like any water would be able to get in there. So there's the wires. So now we're gonna be T-tapping it into these, and we'll be doing that shortly here. Also, don't forget to rebutton everything over here. Make sure you're installing your clips down here once you're done down here, and retightening everything down here so everything's nice and snug and tight. Okay guys? What is going on guys? Welcome back to day 2. So yesterday it ended up getting too late, so we just ended up calling it. You can't really work at night, so what I did was I ended up stopping at the local hardware store like AutoZone and stuff like that, O'Reilly's, and picking up some T-tappers. So the T-tappers that came with the kit actually weren't the correct ones that I needed to tap into these wires and make it super easy for this install. So I'll show you which ones I ended up getting. So let me open this little box up, and then we'll continue with the install and the wiring. Alright, so let's get back into it guys. Guys, so I'm going to show you exactly how to do one of these T-taps. So you're going to see this wire right here. I already have the wire exposed. So what you're going to do is just literally bend this wire back just a little bit, kind of fold it, pinch it. You could also do this with pliers, but I think this is sufficient enough. So you see that right there, and then all you're going to do is grab this little T-tapper thingy, or this connection, sorry, and then just stick this in there. And then once it's in there, let me grab my pliers. You're gonna grab the pliers and just crimp this. That way the wire is nice and snug. And just being very careful not to go too much over accessing it, because this will break. And there you go. See, you can tug on it, it's nice and secure. That's pretty much it guys. And then I'll show you how to connect them. And it's the same thing for the other wires. The other wires is just going to be a little crimp. Just literally snag this onto the wire just like so. I'm not going to do it on this, but I'll give you an example. You see this, and it's just literally going to be placed on there like that. Should clamp on. And that's it. So let's get back to work. Okay guys, so I had to do a little testing because could not figure this out, and I even tried to look some stuff up on YouTube. But let me show you guys here what I did. So the red wire is going to go to the brown wire, and then the white wire is going to go to the black wire with the white stripe, and then the green wire is going to go up here, because this is your backup light, which is the red and black wire. And then I ended up taking off the T-tap on the black wire and just attaching it to this bolt right here, which is your ground. And I'll also leave the diagram right here. I'll write it out for you guys, okay? So let's connect this back in and then test it out. Guys, so that does it for today's video. I really do hope you guys liked today's video, and if you guys did, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. It really does help out the channel, as well as if you want to comment down below what you want to see done to the Subaru. It really helps me try to get some ideas. And also just stay tuned, guys. Well, we have more parts coming in, so there should be a lot more videos, and that pretty much does it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye.